Good afternoon, Nigerians. You are welcome to another edition of Journalists Explain This on NSTV Lagos. My name is IDRIS ODERINDE. On this program today, I have with me a veteran journalist and consummate media manager, DELE AYODO. We will be explaining the recent seizure of the Nigerian AREA1 Command, Nigerian Customs Service, that they just made recently. I have with me the speech of the acting controller, Ahmadu Bello Shuahid. Come along with me. We are delighted to report that we've thwarted the evil plans of the enemies of the state from smuggling of live ammunition into the country. Arms and ammunition smuggling is a high intelligence operation, as it often attempts to evade the watchful eyes of the law enforcement. It requires concerted and collaborative efforts of law-abiding citizens of this country to checkmate. Proactive intelligence is required in this regard. Smuggling of arms and ammunition are menace that knows no border and feeds on the vulnerability of our society. The consequences of unchecked smuggling of arms and ammunition is severe, ranging from the empowerment of criminal organizations to escalating crisis and compromise of national security. What is the significance of this feat by the Area 1 Command to Ogun State and to Nigeria in general?
Well, thank you once again for having me on this very important program and very nationally significant topic or achievement by the Area 1 Command, Nigerian Customs Service. I think the headquarters is at IDIROKO border point.
Exactly.
Just like the controller, Controller Shuaib mentioned in the speech you are reading, is very important. First, smuggling of arms and ammunition is a high-wired operation. To detect it also requires lives are lost, people are maimed, people are harassed and intimidated. So it's a great haul by men of the customs to be able to detect and help us, because this is about Nigerians.
Exactly.
Particularly here in Ogun State.
It's about national security.
It's about national security. We don't know where the destination of that arm is going. It could go as far as Maiduguri in the hands of the Boko Haram. It could go as far as the east in the hands of these non-state actors and other criminally minded human beings, even foreigners, who may come to hit us with this weapon. So again, I say kudos. I'm happy that this happened, and I will only urge men of the customs to do more to get this done.
On that note, acting controller, on Monday, 27 November 2023, our operatives went on a professional and intelligence-based operation to unravel the antics of deployed by unscrupulous elements to bring in live ammunition through Imeko axis of the state. We have been on the trail of the ammunition for about a week. Unfortunately, about 5 hours of the day, we got an intel that the 5 bags of foreign parboiled rice containing live cartridges of Red Star ammunition had been carefully hidden in a bush path along the Palace AYODO Road in Meko-Afon local government area of Ogun State. Our operatives went to the spot and evacuated the 5 bags of rice without any encounter. The bag of rice was suspected because of the unusual threading and sewing of the sacks. They quickly aroused the suspicion of our operatives, leading to the opening for proper examination at the border station. During the examination, about 975 rounds of Red Star live cartridges were found to have been ingeniously concealed in the bags. We have intensified efforts at tracking down the perpetrators of these nefarious acts for them to be brought to justice. We recognize the potential danger of arms and ammunition trafficking, which is life-threatening. We shall not renege in our efforts in combating smuggling activities in its entirety. We appreciate our gallant officers and men for their bravery and commend the patriotism of our informants in partnering with us. We call on well-meaning Nigerians with useful intelligence to collaborate with us in enhancing the security of our dear nation. You are assured of maximum security cover. Let me use this medium to reiterate that we remain resolute in promoting national security and economic well-being of our beloved country. We will not be deterred by any means possible in discharging our statutory responsibility to our fatherland. AYODO, the control I've just talked about, partnering with the community, judging by the level of sometimes hostility between the community and the customs because of their discharging their duty. Can this be overemphasized?
Never. It can never be overemphasized. In actual fact, this seizure is a demonstration of the cooperation between communities and the men of the country, because this cannot be achieved without surveillance. For instance, this also demonstrates the brevity and patriotism of everybody that is involved. I will just add or recommend through this medium to the area controller and national that the officers involved should be identified and commended. They should be specially commended. That speech from the controller Shuaib said 005, for those who don't know, that is 5 minutes after 12 midnight. 5 minutes after 12 midnight. For them to still be out there.
What an odious hour.
Odious hour.
An odious hour.
Awkward time. Doing the job. Yes, of course, the area, the controller, other controller Shuaib mentioned it, that it was a tip-off from the community. It may even be that these arms may return back to that community to be used by some people. So the community have just saved themselves. They have not just saved the state, the country, but they have equally saved themselves unknowingly. So that's why it's very important for the two groups. Once we understand each other, the work will go smoothly. Now, they were hidden inside bag of rice. Ordinarily, some people say bag of rice for consumption is going to the market to be sold, not knowing that what is inside that bag of rice is a killer.
It's more than that.
And for somebody to tip off and I'm sure those who kept it there are also watching. They will be ready to compromise the security agents, the customs. So that's why I said I'm also recommending proper commendation for the officers who were involved. It just shows, like Yoruba would say, Eti Oba Nile, Eti Oba Loko, I think it was Chinua Achebe in that famous novel, The Arrow of God. Sorry, is it Arrow of God or Things Fall Apart? I think it's Things Fall Apart. When he just said it, he personified a bird. Yes, it's Arrow of God, not Things Fall Apart. Eneke, that's the name of the bird. And Eneke the bird says, since men have learned to fly without missing, he, Eneke, have also learned to fly. Since men have learned to shoot without missing, he, Eneke the bird, have also learned to fly without perching. That's the way it is. So it works in art. So a step further all the time from men of the custom. A step further all the time. And that can only be done with the collaboration of those who are not wearing uniform. So it's a group work because we are saving our environment. Look at the way guns are used. Look at, you can't imagine the number of those who have guns. We cannot allow this to survive. It's very dangerous. In Ogun State here, we are aware of what cultism and those cultists are doing in some areas where guns are used freely during the day, unleashing the terror, using this. So this is very key. So for those who think customs are only after rice, season of rice, that is what the custom has also demonstrated. That no, we are not out to harm you. We are not harmed to create hardship for you. We are also out to save you.
To secure your lives and property.
In recent times, the same custom area command seized some drugs. This AREA1. So that is a collaborative effort. The custom area controller also mentioned it's a collaborative effort. So I think all we just have to do is to say well done, and whatever form we are or we can do to also support them, particularly the traditional leaders of border areas and other community leaders.
Yeah. On that note, we are going to talk briefly about another issue, the issue of the recent budgets that have just been passed by the Ogun State government, that have just been presented by the Ogun State government to the Ogun State Office of Assembly. How do you see the figure, movements or backward? Because the governor said the budget is described it as budgets of sustainable development and growth for Ogun State.
Yes, beyond that, beyond whatever adjective, whatever words used, I think my own advice, input to government is to ensure that that budget is implemented to, it may not be, it may be difficult to be implemented to a letter, but to a very encouraging level.
Awesome.
Yeah, the one we can call pass mark.
Yeah, you can join us on 090-160-97480. 090-160-97484 on the program. You can make your comments, you can make your contribution as well, as we are on NSTV Lagos Facebook page, Twitter, and on GoTV 316 as well. You can make your contribution, your comments, and observation on this program. On that note, we'll be calling it a day for this edition, as we urge you to kindly join us next week as we bring you another edition of Journalists Explain This. I remain your host, IDRIS ODERINDE. Thank you, AYODO, for being there for us all the while.
It's always a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me.